This is the story of Raegan Sharnae Chisley. Twenty-year-old Raegan Sharnae Chisley was born June 9th, 2001 in Portsmouth, Virginia, and was affectionately known to friends and family as Pork Chop. She was outgoing, intellectually curious, a social butterfly, passionate, loved to learn, intelligent, life of the party, and her greatest attribute was her loyalty. Raegan was truly beautiful, inside and out. You could feel her energy when she was near. She was bubbly, vivacious, fun, and like no other. She wanted to try all things new and was not afraid. She really enjoyed life and was eager to experience all that it had to offer. Raegan loved dancing and cheering. She started dancing at age 3 and performed her first dance recital in 2004 as a ballet member of Académie de Ballet. She later joined a dance competition team instructed by the Evelyn Ott School of Dance from 2010 to 2013. Though she loved dancing, in 2013, she decided to focus all her attention on cheerleading. She cheered for Churchland Middle School and Bethel High School. She was quite the athlete, and for a few years, she played basketball and ran track. Described by family and friends as a fashionista, Raegan loved fashion and trying new hairstyles. She attended Bethel High School and graduated with honors in 2019. While attending Bethel, she was enrolled in the Governor's Health and Science Academy Early College Program through Thomas Nelson Community College. This program prepared her for her next move to North Carolina Central University, the college she dreamed of attending since age 11. At NCCU, she was a member of the Minority Association of Pre-Medical Students and also served as a chemistry tutor. Raegan had plans to attend medical school and was preparing herself by interning with research and mentorship programs. Her most recent was the North Carolina Health Careers Access Program's Science Enrichment Preparation Program at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. Raegan was aspiring to become the Dr. Chisley. After undergrad, she was planning to pursue her medical degree, specializing in anesthesiology. She wanted to practice abroad for a few years and then return back to the United States to practice in North Carolina, Florida, Texas, or Georgia. As the spring semester came to an end, Raegan, like many college students, returned home to Hampton, Virginia for the summer. Raegan spent time with family and friends, and everything went along as usual until one evening on June 22nd, when things took a turn for the worse.
6 o'clock last night on Berkeley Drive, right off North Mallory Street by the Hampton River. A 20-year-old woman was killed, and now police are looking for a 16-year-old. Even with being underage, police released his name and a picture, Zaquan Tyler. 10 of your side's Chris Horn pieces together what happened.
Hampton police say an argument led to a shooting, and that shooting left a 20-year-old woman dead. And the suspect they're looking for on a murder charge, barely old enough to drive.
I went out to get my mail, and the police officer, he said, "Ma'am, you can't do that. Get back in the house."
Mary Neal has lived on Berkeley Drive for more than 60 years and was startled by all the commotion Tuesday evening.
The police were all up and down the street.
20-year-old Raegan Chisley was lying in the street with a gunshot wound when police arrived. She died later at the hospital. A neighbor told me off camera she was working in her yard about 6 p.m. when she heard a gunshot and someone scream, "I've been shot." Police then were involved in a barricade situation involving this house. SWAT arrived.
I guess there were 6 or 8 of them over there. And then 2 of them sit up over here on my porch.
But a man saying he was the father of one of the residents said SWAT fired tear gas through the front window, and police say no one was inside the home. Police have identified the suspect as 16-year-old Zaquan Tyler, who remained at large Wednesday afternoon.
Following her passing, friends and mentors from North Carolina Central University held a virtual prayer vigil to honor her life and the impact she made on campus as well as their lives. Raegan was one of 24 students selected to be involved in the medical internship program hosted by UNC Chapel Hill. In such short time, Raegan made a major impact in this program. She also touched the hearts of the professors, students, and administration.
Studious, fashionable, and more importantly, a friend you could count on. That's how faculty, staff, and students described their classmate and fellow NCCU Eagle, Raegan Chisley.
She was such a fun, caring person. She had the most unique kind of personality I've ever seen in my life.
The 20-year-old passed away from her injuries after being hit by gunfire. Police say a fight broke out in the roadway in front of a residence when the shots rang out. Those who knew Raegan are still struggling to understand what happened.
I don't know what point that is going to feel real.
While they cope with her loss, the NCCU community is remembering the junior biomedical sciences major for the impact she made on campus. We're told she was an active member in student groups and a chemistry tutor who was determined to earn a spot at medical school.
I could tell that Raegan was not pursuing medicine for prestige or for money, rather to help others, and especially people of color and from low-income backgrounds.
Raegan wanted to help her friends too. Students shared stories of how she pushed them to continue their education.
Raegan didn't let me drop out, and I thank her for that. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be here right now.
She was a friend who felt more like family, a bright soul with a big heart who will be deeply missed.
Raegan, you are my heart, and I will never find a friend like you. I love you, and until we meet again.
Friends, teammates, and mentors also held a vigil at her former middle school to honor her memory. The Raegan Sharnae Chisley Scholarship Fund was established by the program she made a tremendous impact on, UNC Chapel Hill's Science Enrichment Preparation Program, an 8-week honors-level academic enrichment program that targets first-generation, underrepresented, minority, rural, and/or socioeconomically disadvantaged undergraduate students who seek admission into medical school or dental school. A Facebook post made by her father reads as such: "Legacy, still making us proud." There is no information as to what the argument was over or if Raegan and the suspect knew each other prior to the incident. As of this video, police are still searching for 16-year-old Zaquan Tyler. He faces charges of murder, possession of a firearm by a juvenile, and use of a firearm in the commission of a felony. Raegan was extremely close with her grandmother, who preceded her in death just a few months before her murder. She was affectionately known as Lil Boo Boo, as her grandmother was known as Big Boo Boo. This was the story of Raegan Sharnae Chisley.